Hello and welcome to episode number 35 of Girlstreamers. Girlstreamers is a podcast bringing you the girl streamers that you know and love. Girlstreamers is a community that supports and promotes girls that stream. We are a bi-weekly podcast and we'll be introducing you to some amazing girl gamers and allow you, the viewer, to get to know some of your favorite streamers. My name is Nymphadora and with me tonight I have Muzicchik. If there's time at the end, we will be taking questions from the audience in the channel. This is a live podcast, but we will also be available for download on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play and YouTube. How are you, Muzicchik? What's up?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. This is totally because I watched your stream last night. This is it's all because I watched your stream last night.
Yes, I cursed you.
You cursed me.
It's the weekend of the technical drama.
It is. We had to restart our podcast 3 times earlier today for Mind Games. So, luckily that one is not a live podcast.
Yes, that's always a good thing.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, how has your week been? What have you been up to?
Same old. I work all day and then I drive kids around and then I stream. That's pretty much my life. And that's
good life, right there. I mean, it's not bad.
No, I can't complain. I mean, I make money during the day and I get to be with my kids all week, and then on the weekend I get to play music and it's great.
That's awesome. For those of you who have been wondering where the heck we've been, we had BlizzCon not last week because I was sick as a dog last week and I didn't come home till Tuesday. But we had BlizzCon the week before. So we've had, 3 weeks since our last podcast, I believe. Yeah. So because this is a bi-weekly podcast, it's been alternating. We do have a podcast next Sunday to make up for missing during BlizzCon as I do weird jiu-jitsu moves. But after tomorrow, we will be taking a short break until December because of holidays and stuff. I don't want to push and try and schedule all that stuff. So I'm seeing... My setup is the most ghetto setup today because Skype decided not to work. So we're coming at you live from Discord video.
Woo!
Look at how beautiful Muzicchik looks. I love it. So yeah. Discord video and audio. I love it. So, how did you come up with your screen name?
Well, I want to say like 13 years old. My friend and I were setting up Hotmail account and I didn't know what to give myself as a username. So I thought I wanted to have music in the title somewhere. And so my friend's like, why not Muzicchik? I'm like, that's cool. And the proper spelling of Muzicchik was taken. So that's how we came up with that effed up spelling.
Oh, Hotmail. It always starts with Hotmail, right?
Yeah, and that has been my username for everything since I was 13 years old. So
that's
every
amazing.
gamer tag, everything has always been Muzicchik.
That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I've got it's an email I now use for a lot of spam stuff. Well, not spam stuff, but I still use it on a regular basis. But I have one I started in high school. Yeah. But I don't use it for anything else. Just the email now.
Oh yeah.
Just because Nymphadora has kind of become my moniker. So yeah. It's weird. So weird. It's still weird to be called like this name after 10 plus years since I've been using it. Because I started in World of Warcraft with the username. So, like, going to BlizzCon, we'd have like guildmates that come up to me, "Hey, Nymph, how you doing?" It's like, wait, what? Oh, that's right. You know me by that, not my real name. So you're from Canada, right?
Yep, I am a Canadian.
Yep. Canadians. So you do Maple Mondays?
No, but I did have maple syrup with my pancakes tonight.
Oh, you had pancakes tonight?
I totally had pancakes for supper. It's the best.
Breakfast.
Best having breakfast.
Seriously, breakfast for dinner is the greatest.
It really is.
What area of Canada do you hail from?
I live in Saskatchewan, the province that nobody can spell.
Oh, the one that everybody wants to mail everything to.
Oh, is that what happens? I don't know.
Like in the cartoons, isn't it, like, especially Looney Tunes? I'm dating myself right now, but like the old school Looney Tunes, aren't they always mailing stuff off to Saskatchewan?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
My husband's over there. Yes. Okay.
Hey, and Deadpool's from Regina. So, huh?
Oh, that's right. He is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. He is from Canada. Regina?
Regina, Saskatchewan.
That's
Yes.
What the hell, Canada? What the hell? Where did that come? What the? That is.
Well, okay. It was named after Queen Regina, but nobody knows how to say Regina, so it became Regina because it rhymes with that thing. I'm guessing. I don't know.
I just find that funny. That's cool. Whatever. I mean, that's cool. Regina. It's cool. We're girl streamers. We're all about female power. Excuse my coughing. I'm still getting over the con crud. So what's the first game you played that got you into the gaming world?
Well, I've been kind of around games and computers since I was really little. My dad had a VIC-20, and no order of a lie,
a VIC-20? What's a VIC-20?
It's like...
Okay, all right. The reaction my husband is making right now is like the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh.
He just goes...
No, like it's so old that it had a tape deck for a hard drive.
A tape? What?
Yes. A tape deck.
That's awesome.
And in order to play any games, like there were no games, you had to code them yourself. So we had this book and we would sit for hours just typing out the code, copying it from the book. I had no idea what it meant. It was a bunch of like go to 20 and loop blah blah blahs. And
that's old school right there.
Oh yeah, we were hardcore. So 20 minutes of typing very slowly and you'd get the ball to go up and down, and that was about it. It was pretty exciting. But after that, there was kind of a lull where I didn't really do anything. I got to play on a Nintendo once in a while, but once the Super Nintendo came out, that was my shtick. My parents would rent us a Super Nintendo for the weekend. We'd go to the video store when those things existed.
Oh my god, I remember going to the video store.
And we would rent a Super Nintendo, and we get Super Mario World or some other game. And my brother and I would spend all weekend playing Super Nintendo with music blaring in the background. And that was what we did for a good long time until we got our own. So, yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I've been gaming since I was itty bitty, and yeah.
My parents got a Nintendo, the NES. I never did get a Super Nintendo. I always had to go to a friend's house for that. But we did the Nintendo thing, and they would take us every Friday, because if you rented it on Friday, you'd get it for the whole weekend.
Yep.
Because it was like this little mom and pop store, and so you could rent it on Friday and take it back Sunday. I remember it was Connie's Videos. Oh, video stores, man, that takes me back right there. What is so how long have you been streaming?
I started streaming last, I want to say June. So June 2016 is when I started.
So, wow. Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Man, you're streaming. I was actually commenting to the husband last night when we were watching, because your setup has improved so much since you started.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, like, your setup looks so good, especially when you're playing Rocksmith. Like, I love your setup.
Thanks.
What is it that got you into streaming?
So I've always been kind of watching Twitch kind of just as a viewer, and that was always something that I thought that I would like to do, but never really had the balls to do it. So what happened was I was off of work on disability for short-term disability. And I was kind of in a rough spot. I was having a hard time just wanting to exist, I guess. And I needed something to motivate me, I guess. I needed something to motivate me to get out of bed every day. So I thought, well, okay, streaming will do two things. One, it will get me to talk, which I wasn't really doing much of that. And also maybe give me some confidence. And then it gives me something to do, and something to do that I like. So I started with playing strictly Minecraft. I played Minecraft. That was it.
I remember that.
Yeah, I did nothing
then
but Minecraft.
You joined Girlstreamers then not too long after you started streaming.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I think it was maybe a month or two after I started streaming.
Wow.
That I found you guys. So yeah.
That's yeah, because I remember when you started. Well, I remember about the time you joined and stuff, because you're having so many issues with getting your stuff set up and going.
Yeah.
And now it's like, and like watching you last night, I was like, man, her shit's come a long way.
It's been awesome. If you look at my, like, I think I've got a couple of highlights from when I first started. So, and I actually every now and then look through, and you just see the evolution of my channel. It's kind of uncanny watching just how awful it was, because it was pretty bad. It was like I think I was streaming from my husband's, like I had my laptop on my husband's desk, and I had a white wall behind me, and I was just, and sometimes I'd stream from my couch. Or just whatever. And then finally I put a desk in my bedroom, and so I was in this like itty bitty little corner, just like completely cramped, and this was even before I started playing Rocksmith. But yeah, so it's just cramped in this little corner, the white wall again.
Yeah, I remember, because you used to play piano on it, or you'd stream piano sometimes. And...
yeah, well that was in my living room. I'd have to move everything into the living room. Like it was pathetic. It was so bad. So then when I started playing Rocksmith,
don't feel bad. We've all been there. I used to have like just my dog crates behind me, so don't feel bad.
Well, it's neat. It's neat watching the progression. And when I started playing Rocksmith and playing bass in my itty bitty little corner, like all contorted sometimes, trying to get it in the angle just right, it was interesting. It was a good challenge, I guess. But then finally we decided I'm going to move in the basement, and now I have a whole room, and it's fantastic.
Oh, you're in the basement? Oh, I'm so jealous. I want a basement for streaming. I want a base. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I stole the spare bedroom. It's now my studio. But like it's amazing because now I can play piano whenever I want to. I can do crafting streams. Like it just opened up so much possibility for me. It was just the best decision I made.
Sorry. Sorry. Dealing with okay, so my setup is very jacked up today. I'm having to use a secondary computer to watch the stream and stuff because Skype kind of screwed me over by not I can't log into my Skype at all whatsoever. So I've got like my setup is really weird and I don't like it and it's making me uncomfortable. But that actually, okay, this is not one of the questions, but I'm curious. Last night when we were, cuz I usually catch you on the Girlstreamer stream, but I happened to actually catch you on your channel last night. You mentioned something about having a streaming computer. Do you stream on one computer and game on another computer?
Yeah, so I've got my laptop, which I used to stream from and game on. But now I use it strictly for OBS and my chat and my alerts. And then on my other computer, which I just got, I use it just for games. That's it. And then I've got a capture card that goes in between the two. So
okay, so you use the okay, all right, because I've got a capture card for my PlayStation 3 for when I stream from it. Because I was talking to the husband, I was like, he looks at me, he goes, by the way, my husband's favorite streamer, you are my husband's favorite streamer by far. I'm sorry, everybody else. Aside from me, because I have to be his favorite streamer, Muzicchik is his favorite streamer because he loves watching you rock out on Rocksmith. Every single time I'm requesting a song, it's because he told me to request a song. He loves your stream.
Aww.
And he's not a Twitch. He's not a Twitch streamer, so he doesn't watch Twitch. He doesn't do any of that stuff. But if I pull yours up, we'll put you up on the PlayStation 3 and like have you up on the big TV. And he's like, it's the funniest thing. He loves it. He loves it.
Aw. Thanks.
But yeah, I was like, man, okay, that's actually not a bad idea because then you're not chugging, your CPU quite as much when you're streaming and gaming from the same rig.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, like I figured out, I think what my technical issues were though. It's my stupid Ethernet cable. It's old.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what it is. But yeah, my CPU used to be running at like, I was usually like overloading. That's why I had to get a new computer because I couldn't stream from my laptop anymore. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
But
Jesus Christ. I didn't even know you were streaming from a laptop. That's crazy. Wow.
I was like, yeah, it was interesting.
So aside from all the crazy technical difficulties, we kind of touched on this before we went live. But what's the most embarrassing thing to ever happen to you on stream?
Okay, well,
I know.
Honestly, though, with me and oh god, the thing with me is there's not one embarrassing moment because there's usually something embarrassing that happens to me every time I stream. Like it's just guaranteed to happen. So I can't pick one thing. Like whether it be my cat turning my computer off or my cat jumping on my shoulder while I'm trying to play. Usually it's volleying my animals. Like they're usually interfering in some way or another.
You mean like my dog was just whining at me to go outside because he knows I'm in the middle of a podcast? Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun when you're trying to play this really ridiculously hard song and your cat jumps on your lap.
What?
And you're trying, oh yeah, all the time. My cat will jump on my lap while I'm trying to play, and he'll like rest his ass on my strings so that I can't play. And I've caught him like trying to eat my string. Like he'll turn around and he'll start biting one of my strings. It's like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like,
he's just trying to play, Mom.
Oh my God. And like, I'll try and kick him off, and he will anchor his body so that I can't get him off. Like I will like, I'll be shoving him and he won't move. Like, oh.
How many animals do you have?
I've got 2 cats and a dog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And they always are, all 3 of them are usually in here with me.
Yeah, our you probably see the corner of the dog crate. One crate is right there, one crate is next to it. Our dogs, my dogs, if I stream downstairs on the couch, will do that to me while I'm like playing on the PlayStation. They will go downstairs and crawl up in my lap, but any other time they're like, I don't want to have anything to do with you.
Exactly. They just love to pick the most inopportune times.
It's like when you're doing yoga, you know, and you're like doing all of the poses, and then you go do the rest pose, and that's when they show up and start licking your face.
Yeah, exactly. or like we were talking before we went on about forgetting to mute your mic, or
yes,
or leaving your mic muted. And you're like, when I first started, I didn't have people necessarily watching, so I'd have entire streams of me with no mic on because I forgot to hit the unmute button.
I totally done that. I do that more often than I'd like to admit.
I mean, at least now when at least I'll have at least one person in there, they'll be like, you're muted. Like, or I'll forget to turn my be right back logo off, and I'll be just like playing away, and there's like be right back right in the middle of my my video. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, like I said, every stream there is always something that I do to embarrass myself.
Oh my God, I'm in the same boat with you. I switch my screen from video to the game when I'm playing games like Heroes of the Storm, because I don't want to be sitting on my overlay for Heroes when it just looks weird when you're sitting there waiting, and sometimes you don't know how long it's going to take for the game to actually pop. So I'll go to a video where my face is a little bit bigger and I can chat, but when I go to play the game, I forget to change the scene. And I'll be like hardcore, and it's like a big version of my face, like doing this, playing the game.
Yeah.
It's like,
I totally
no, get him! Son of a bitch! And they're like, Nymph, we can't see it. We just see your face.
It's your face in my face. Where's the game? Yep.
Yep, I'm right there with you. So what is your most memorable moments when streaming?
I'd have to say when I did my 12-hour stream, the one and only 12-hour stream I did, it was for hitting 500 followers. And what I wanted to do was a 12-hour stream, but also do a charity stream. So I ended up raising some money for a campaign called No Touchy. And it was unbelievable, the support I got. And it was like the best stream of my life. It was just...
That's awesome.
It was, I was crying, and I was like, I played bass for 12 hours straight.
I remember, that wasn't too long ago.
No, it was before the summer, I think.
Yeah, I remember, because I remember you talking about it in Discord. I think I popped in and said hey for a little bit, and you were like, I can't play bass anymore.
Oh, it was nuts. It was nuts, but it was so worth it. It was literally the best stream I ever had. It was great. That's
awesome. What, you play bass for 12 hours?
Yeah. Well, I played a little bit of guitar too, but mostly bass, yeah. I was playing an instrument.
Did you take any breaks at all, or was it just straight?
I think I took 15 minutes to eat, but I didn't stop streaming. I was sitting there stuffing my face, and then I started playing again.
Oh my god, girl, you are crazy. That's intense.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That's
but
awesome though.
The amazing thing is I think I had 8 hours to go, and we blew over the donation goal. So like that's
awesome.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I was so moved by my community and how supportive everybody was, and everybody pitched in. And when I presented the money to the organization, like they were just so grateful that I did that for them, and I felt good, they felt good, everybody felt good. It was just fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what type of games do you like to play and stream?
Well, as we know, I play a lot of Rocksmith, but I also play, I used to play Minecraft a lot, not as much anymore. I have a lot of Minecraft videos on my YouTube channel. I play Elder Scrolls Online. I like to play like sim games. I love to play Euro Truck Simulator. And
I want that game so bad.
It's so fun. The Sims, anything really. I love to play video games. I love retro games. I love playing the old Nintendo games.
What is your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
My favorite? Oh man, my favorite game. Oh, yeah, I can't even. Well, it'd have to be Rocksmith. I mean, yeah, like that's definitely. I mean, even before Rocksmith, I loved playing like Guitar Hero and Rock Band and things like that. I was huge into those games. So the music games are definitely.
Did you know how to play bass before you started doing Rocksmith, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did know how to play. All right. I was wondering, how long have you been? Did you play Rocksmith before you started streaming, or?
Yes, I did. I had it on my Xbox. Okay, funny story, because I had no idea you could get Rocksmith on PC. And had I known that, I probably would have started streaming with Rocksmith. When I found out that you could get Rocksmith on Steam, my husband will attest to this. I ran out of the room. I looked at it and I'm like, I can stream Rocksmith. And he's like, and he's like, okay. And then, oh God. And then when I found out you could get custom songs, like you could get like from the community, you could get extra songs like Pink Floyd and things that aren't available on the regular game. I then again came out of my room and went, husband, I can play Pink Floyd. And he's like, no way. I'm like, yes way. And I'm like jumping up and down. I'm so excited. Like I was such a dork. I was like, yes. So.
That's awesome. I love the community too surrounding it, because we've been looking at it because we want to get it because we want to pull out his bass and start playing with it. And you get the basic, songs, but they're constantly adding more songs. And I noticed you can request them to see if they can get other songs. So if you have like a suggestion, you can just be like, hey, we need to get this song, da 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 da, and then they'll work on getting it, which I thought was really, really cool. It's a fantastic game. I really want to buy it. Really bad.
You really should. You really should. You won't regret it.
Christmas is coming.
There you go.
So would you say Rocksmith is your main game?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. I mean, I only devote one night to playing video games and everything else is Rocksmith. So, yeah.
So what is it that truly attracts you about that game?
Well, just the fact that I can play the instrument that I learned how to play. Like I've been playing bass since I was 14 years old. So
that's cool. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, when I was in high school, so yeah, backstory. So when I was in high school band, I played the flute, and I hated playing flute. And I was also in a jazz band. I played piano in the jazz band.
All right,
And,
I'll give you a pass for piano jazz band, but flute.
Yeah, lame. Anyway, so my band teacher, I guess the bass player that they had was really unreliable. She kept skipping class. So I took the opportunity to go wink, wink, nudge, nudge at the director, and I said, "Hey, can I learn how to play bass?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, okay. So I had 6 weeks to learn all the pieces for the concert coming up, and I totally did it. I was so happy. And from then on, I was playing bass. So that's
awesome.
So to be able to have the chance to play bass again, because I don't do many gigs. I do like pit band stuff. Like
Yeah.
I just did, Hedwig and the Angry Inch not that long ago.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was fun. But I don't really get to get out and gig. So this is my opportunity to really to play again. So
I feel you there. I miss playing the drums on a regular basis, and I know if I sat down at a set, I would not be able to play a song right away. It would be like learning it all over again because it's been years since I've played a drum set.
mm-hmm.
So we won't tell everybody when I graduated high school, but it was more than 10 years ago.
I catch you.
It's been a while.
There you go.
So I totally understand that. That is, yeah, that's so fun. I'm a musician. I sing myself. I sing. So, yeah, I totally feel you on the whole musical stuff. That's so cool, and that makes me want the game even more. So are there any games that you're excited about that are coming out soon?
Yeah, no, because honestly, my knowledge of things outside of my little bubble is very small. I usually don't find out about a game until after it's released. So, yeah, I don't really know what's coming out. So, yeah, my bad.
Nope, don't feel bad unless it's a game that I like, a sequel to a game that I play. I don't know about it either. Like, I'm excited about Red Dead Redemption 2, and I will talk about it until it finally comes out. Because that's one of my favorite games. Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite games of all time. And so yeah. That's literally the only game I know about right now that's coming out that I'm looking forward to.
Oh, well,
I don't know anything else.
See, there's rumblings in the Rocksmith community that they're going to be doing something. They sent out a survey not that long ago asking what you'd like to see. So that kind of made us all go, They were asking about subscription services, and they were asking about what features you want to see. So I don't know if this means that they're developing something new soon.
Yeah.
But they just came out with the remastered version last Christmas.
Yeah.
So I doubt it'll be this year, but I'm guessing there's something in the works.
That'd be cool if they could add a few more instruments to maybe not a new game, but new instruments to what they already have. Like piano where you can hook up your keyboard. Because, I mean, you can hook up a keyboard to a computer now. That would be a really easy instrument to add. Even drums with if you have an electrical kit. That would be kind of cool to see.
Yeah, well, I don't think they ever anticipated that us weirdos would try different instruments with Rocksmith. Like, you know, there's somebody that's played violin with it. There's somebody that's played with ukulele.
That's awesome.
And then there was me who plugged in a giant string bass. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So they probably didn't anticipate that people would go to those lengths, but you know.
Uh-oh, we have a network error on the...
Uh-oh.
Give me 1 second. I have no internet connection. But you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I lost internet on some things. But at least, as long as this stuff's still working, we're good. We're good.
All right. Okay.
All right, we're good. It's just my MacBook over here.
Oh.
Freaking me out. Don't do that to me, computer. God. All right, sorry. Technical difficulties. This is not my day today. Today
It's not the weekend. This whole weekend.
Huh. It's not my weekend. Okay. All right. What question were we on? Crap. Okay, so is there one game that you would want to have a reboot or a remastering of?
See, I don't know if I'd want Rocksmith to be changed, just because I don't like change and things are working. So the problem is when they came out with remastered, it totally screwed everybody that streams up. Everybody, like none of our mics would work, none of the custom songs would work. It was just nobody could stream Rocksmith for like a good 2 weeks. It was just chaos. Everybody was scrambling, trying to figure out what to do. It's like, oh man, am I never going to be able to stream Rocksmith again? It was an existential crisis. So as much as I'd love to see a new Rocksmith come out, I don't know if I want it to, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Totally makes sense. Besides, they just remastered it. I mean, you know.
Yeah, they don't need to come up with something else.
Right. So this is the part of the podcast where we kind of get a little serious.
Okay, serious face.
Serious face. So, who inspires you to be the woman you are today?
No. Well, I'd have to say it's my husband. He is super supportive. He is so...
Lame husbands. I'm just kidding.
No, but he is super understanding. Like I take away 4 nights a week to do this, and he doesn't complain about it. In fact, he encourages me. Like he's always there in the chat somewhere supporting me. Like he really has gotten me through some pretty tough times. And I even before I started streaming, like he's always been kind of my rock. He keeps me grounded. So yeah, I'd have to say my hubby.
He's an eye guy, huh? He's pretty eye. That's awesome.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You're not the only one who says that, about their significant other. And I think that's really, as human beings, we're not meant to be alone. We are social creatures. But we go through this life failing so much as far as finding someone, and you don't necessarily need a significant other to be that rock, but to have the significant other as that rock, I think just makes life so much easier.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. I mean, I look at who I was before him, and I look at who I am now. I mean, I am a totally different person because of him.
I'm right there with you.
I probably would have been doing something completely different. I mean, he's shaped my future. So how can I not say that he's inspired me to be who I am today,
Yeah. I fall in that category of having a significant other that is super awesome. So that's awesome. I'm happy that you're one of the lucky few who has a rock solid significant other to back you up. So what do you like about being a part of Girlstreamers?
Oh man, I know everybody says this, but like the community is amazing. I mean, all of you are like the most supportive, most lovable, most,
Oh, stop.
you know, like I was just a itty bitty little streamer all alone in the big whatever that Twitch is, and I found this group of supportive women that took me in, and honestly, you guys are like my family now. You've been a part of my streaming life since I started streaming. So I can't really thank the community enough, like you guys have been so integral to my success.
What what got you, how did you find out about Girlstreamers?
I did a web search because I noticed a lot of people like had communities, and I mean I'm in another, like I'm on a Rocksmith community. But
yeah, most of our girls are in more than one community. We totally support that.
Yeah, so I had them that I had joined pretty soon after I don't think I had joined them yet. I think I joined Girlstreamers first, but I was looking for a community. And I was like, is there a group of just girls that stream? Because I'm really passionate about women taken seriously as gamers. So I didn't want to be in like a group that was just like whatever. I wanted to be like part of a group of women. And so I did a search and there was Girlstreamers. I'm like, no way. So I applied and here we are.
That's cool. You're the first person who has told me you found us by searching us out. Because when I started streaming, I didn't know crap about communities. I knew absolutely nothing. And Dead Mannequin whispers me on Twitter from the Girlstreamer channel, and I thought it was like some porn site because of the name. I was like, Girlstreamers? Yeah, I'm okay. You can go away with that. But like we started talking more, and I said, oh, okay, so it's not a porn streaming site. That's cool. I'm okay with that. Because I'm like, nobody wants to see this anyway, so I'm okay. I don't want to do porn. I'm okay. Thank you for thinking of me. To this day, she reminds me of that all the time.
Oh my god, that's funny.
All the time. But so I was part of one of the OG, like, I've been around since its inception, basically. It's weird to say that I've been around since basically the beginning of this group. That's weird.
That's pretty awesome.
It's weird. But I'm with you. I love how I like sitting back and watching. This is one of my favorite questions because I like to hear what everybody has to say because, one, it makes me feel good because I'm part of the management team. So, it's a little self-involved. Two, everybody has a different answer, but also a very similar answer. And so I think it showcases what we're about here on Girlstreamers, and especially right now, and how toxic the community can be sometimes. I love that you girls see what we're about and you come to us because we want to be there for you. We want you guys to have a positive streaming experience because girls get shit on in real life and we get shit on in the gaming, online anything. God forbid you're a minority in any of these because you get it even worse. So, thank you for mentioning that. I appreciate that because it does get a little negative sometimes. So, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm talking way more than I should be. I'm gonna stop now. I'm a little hyped up on meds. I'm a little doped up on meds. So this interview may be really bad. I apologize. We may redo your interview. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I'm so sorry. This is the first day I've actually stayed awake for more than 2 hours this week. So, what keeps you so passionate about gaming and the community? You know that question about what's the most embarrassing thing? This right here is me today.
Oh, shush you.
So what keeps you so passionate about gaming and just the community in general?
I don't know. Like, the whole reasons why I started streaming was, again, it was to give myself confidence and to to come out of my shell. And I think that those things are happening. And I don't ever want to forget why I started streaming. I've never been about the numbers. I've never been about, being the best or wanting to get partnership or anything like that. I do it strictly for my own self-healing, and I do it to build a community. So those things I feel like are happening, and as long as those things continue to happen, then I'll be passionate about it.
I think I love that. You sound so much like you sound like me. I love it. I love it. I love how much we have in common. I'm with you there. I don't look at the numbers either. Sometimes, I mean, you do fall into that. It's hard not to in the Twitch community, but then you step back, like you said, and you're like, wait, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to enjoy spending time. Like, I just got to meet most of my mods at BlizzCon. It was awesome. So, awesome. How crazy is that to say this is a community that created out of all of us enjoying the same game? Like, I mean, there needs to be like a Rocksmith meetup or something where you guys can all meet up.
That'd be awesome.
That community, I didn't realize how massive the Rocksmith community was until after I had started watching you, and like, I will randomly, I've caught a couple of other Rocksmith streamers, and there's like, it's huge. It's a huge
there's a lot
community.
Of us. It's big, but it's small. If that makes any sense.
Oh yeah.
Like there's this kind of core group of us that have kind of rode the tidal wave for a while, and we've all gotten pretty close, and and then there's the up and coming people that are streaming it that are kind of there, and but yeah, it's an incredible community. Like, and you'll find that going from stream to stream, you see a lot of the same viewers in all of the streams. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. So what is your greatest challenge or obstacle that you have had to overcome in your life?
About the last year and a half. No, literally, it's been a very...
Did you have a bad 2016 too?
I did, yeah. I had a really bad 2016.
2016 was an awful, awful year for so many people.
I don't know why, but yeah. I just coming back from that, there's crappy things that happened, and trying to keep my head up and trying to keep on working. you know, it's just I just recently went on antidepressants to try and help, and I honestly think that was the best decision I could have made, because I was thinking, even though things are going great with the stream and my life is coming back into focus and things are going well, but still I felt like I was being constantly pushed back down, like, nope, stay down.
Yeah.
Stay down.
No, I totally understand that. That I totally understand that way more than you could ever imagine. We'll have to chat after this. I'll have to tell you why I started streaming. But this is for you, not me. So I'm not going to answer that question. So don't ask, people. So when you say, okay, this is a follow-up question because I find this funny because you say you started streaming to build confidence. Did you realize how trolly it was?
No.
Because you say that and I'm sitting here going, but damn, that's a hard way to build confidence.
But honestly, it was the best thing that could have happened.
Really?
Getting trolled was the best thing that could have happened.
Okay.
It sounds stupid, but because I had such a confidence issue and because I had trouble standing up for myself,
okay.
I have gone from being this timid little scared girl to this bring it. And I mean, okay, taking Krav Maga has helped too, but
you're one badass chick.
But yeah, no, getting trolled, it sucks. You really, and in the beginning, I'm not saying it was
right.
fun because it was tough it was tough because I get groups like troll parties coming in and telling me the worst things you can imagine. It's like you're ugly or you're fat or you're this or you're that, and you're just like, okay. Like, and it really brings you down. But the thing for me was that I learned how to not let it bring me down.
Yeah.
So when I hardly get trolled at all anymore. Like I get the odd troll here and there, but honestly, I'm fully equipped to deal with those people now.
That's awesome. So it's kind of like that whole it's like you're just able to put them down and put them in their place, and because it's inevitable and you can't get away from it, it just kind of, you either take it and learn from it or you're not gonna survive, basically.
Right.
So
exactly.
It kind of forced you into that mentality of, screw you, whatever.
I wasn't
person behind
them,
a computer.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let them drive me away, and I wasn't gonna let them stop me from doing what I needed to do to get better. So, yeah, it was tough, but at the same time, I feel like I'm way stronger now than I was then.
That's awesome! Holy cow, that is so. Because you've said that several times now, so I had to address that. Because. Yeah, that's awesome. Holy cow. So if you could give your past self 1 to 2 words of advice from the wisdom and experience, I can't talk today either, apparently, that you have gained up until now, what would they be? If you have any words.
I don't think I would tell myself to change anything, but I would tell myself that it's going to be okay. I think that's all I would tell myself.
I like it. Because it will be.
Because I think at that point in my life, I would have liked to hear myself tell myself that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think that I would be okay for quite a while.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you know this, but I have PTSD. So as well as depression. Well, depression is a stem from PTSD,
right.
But so at that point where things were really bad, just being able to tell myself that you're going to come out of this, and I'm not quite out of it yet, but I think if I compare myself now to then, holy crap.
Right.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that, well, I kind of shared a little bit with you before the podcast where I was a year ago today.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
I
look
could
where
have
you are now.
I could have used those words a year ago, honestly,
Mhm.
for myself. So I totally understand that. What trait of yours are you most proud of?
My sense of humor.
Oh, you do have a good one.
My humor has gotten me through so many things. Here's a good example. When I was in the high school talent show, I was playing a very serious piano piece, and I'm playing all serious, and all of a sudden I stop because I forget where I am in the song.
Oh,
I froze and I went, "Oh shit," as loud as I could in front of all the audience. I'm like 15 saying "oh shit" in front of like the audience. So it was like,
no.
so instead of like, just carrying on, I decided to embody the spirit of Victor Borga. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's a comedian that uses piano. So I ended up doing this whole ridiculous thing with my piano. It's like humor gets me out of spots like that. So I don't like to be serious too much, and maybe it's a flaw more than a
Nice quick thinking then there. Good job.
yeah. But I like that about myself. I like being funny.
Oh, so you got a quick wit there. Very nice. Very nice. I find you quite funny and quite hilarious. My husband does too, so there you go. But that he's not hard to impress. He has really low standards when it comes to humor. He is a horrible human being. Yes, you are. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, he is a terrible person. He's an attorney, so he's a horrible human being.
Oh, can't trust lawyers.
Right? I don't know why I married an attorney. So what is your greatest insecurity? We're gonna be serious again.
What's my greatest insecurity? I guess it's not so much like I've always been insecure about my body. I'm not thin. I know this. And just how I look in general.
Do you see my arms?
But no, it's always been, I mean, maybe it's a little vain, I don't know, but I've always been a little bit unsure. Stop it. Yeah.
No, I feel you. I think that's a lot of girls' insecurity is their looks, because I mean, we're raised to be pretty.
Yeah. It's like, am I pretty enough to do this? Right. It's stupid. It's stupid. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter how we look. It shouldn't matter how big we are, how little we are. But yet it's just ingrained in society that this is the standard that you have to live up to,
Exactly. And that's unfortunate. I mean, I think this showcases like why there's a need for girl streamers and other female-led communities like that, because you're not the first girl to say your greatest insecurity is your looks on this podcast. What I say, this is 35, episode 35. So many other girls are like, my looks, like I can't stand the way I look. I think I'm too fat, or I think I'm too. I mean, there are girls that have been here and said I'm too thin and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's awful that that's one of my biggest insecurities. It's how I look. I mean, I pretend that I, am the hottest thing in the world, but I know I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm gorgeous.
You are gorgeous.
You're gorgeous.
No, you're gorgeous.
No, you're gorgeous. I like your luscious blonde locks. It's beautiful. It's absolutely
you like
beautiful.
that?
Yes.
You like that?
You also have nice boobs. I have no boobs.
Thanks. I like my boobs too.
So
I do like my boobs. They're nice. They're nice size.
they are.
Not too big, not too small.
Just
Just
right.
about right. Mhm.
All right, this podcast just got weird. God, I love it. I love this podcast so much. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Oh my God, are we sure we haven't been drinking?
I haven't.
I haven't. I swear to God, I haven't.
Are you sure you took cold medication and not something else?
I'm positive it's just cough drops. But it's menthol cough drops, so maybe there's something else in there. I don't know.
You might want to look at those ingredients a little closer.
Right? So we kind of addressed the have you ever been trolled, so we know that. What advice would you have for new people getting into streaming?
Don't give up. You know, it's going to be tough when you first start. It's never easy streaming for nobody.
Preach.
But unfortunately, we've all done it. We've all streamed for nobody. But eventually you're going to have somebody come in there and just keep at it. Don't give up. And yeah, that's...
I streamed for just my brother in the beginning.
You just do what you gotta do, and eventually somebody's gonna come in, and eventually somebody's gonna like what you're doing, you know.
Yeah, you're at what 500? What you're over 500 now, aren't you? You've got...
almost 750.
See, so you got 750 people who like what you do.
Yeah,
That's a good
pretty
thing.
awesome.
Do you have any cool tattoos, scars, or piercings? I know that's a yes.
I do. I've got this bass clef tattoo here.
I love that tattoo. It's so beautiful. Beautiful.
And,
what the hell is that?
I've got a tiger tattoo here. I've got a treble clef on my back, and I have one on my leg that is a line of music from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, nice. Is that your favorite?
No.
Okay.
No, the one on my leg is all the line work is a little iffy. It's
no, I mean,
not
is
quite
that your
straight.
favorite movie? Is that why you chose it? Or
Oh, yeah. No, me and my best friend used to play. We used to play the piano music from Hunchback all the time. So it's kind of an homage to her.
Nice.
And to music, really. So my body is full of music tattoos.
I love it. I love it. I love the one on your forearm. That is absolutely gorgeous. That's the most recent one, isn't it?
Yeah, I just got this one 2 months ago.
I love it. It's so pretty. It looks
yeah,
so
I love
good.
it too. It's just meant to be there. And like it's awesome because when I'm playing bass, I can look down and I see it.
Heck yes.
It's perfect.
If there was one person, past or present, that you could have dinner with tonight, who would it be and why?
Who would I sit down and have dinner with? Like famous person?
It doesn't matter. It can be a person that's alive. It can be a person that's dead.
Jim Carrey.
Okay, wait. Jim Carrey now or Jim Carrey before he went crazy?
Jim Carrey now.
Oh. Because you want to know what made him go crazy?
I don't think he's crazy at all.
Oh, you think he's...
I think he's going through this phase where he's figuring out who he is and what it means. Like, he seems really kind of enlightened to me. It sounds kind of spacey and trippy, but I think he has a lot of advice and wisdom to give.
But
and
he's
also,
like in his 50s hitting on a 20-year-old online and being weird.
No, that stuff's weird. We'll leave that stuff out. But like I love him. I've always been a fan of him since I was like small. So I love his sense of humor and I love all of his flaws and I think he'd be a cool guy to hang out with.
I think he'd be a cool dude to interview. He strikes me as somebody who would be open and honest with you as well.
I think so. Yeah.
I could see that. That'd be cool. Yeah. He's crazy though. He is
crazy. He's a little crazy, but I like it.
He's a good kind of crazy. What is an ideal weekend for you?
An ideal weekend, now that I'm old and have kids, I don't want to do anything. Just doing nothing. Like just laying on the couch and just watching some show that, or like a reality series or a documentary, and just cuddling in my fuzzy pajamas.
You're such a nerd. A documentary.
I love documentaries. They're the best.
Okay, how many kids do you have?
I have 2 boys. One is 11, the other is 8.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
You have a kid in middle school?
I do, and I have a stepson that's 21.
Yeah, but you didn't birth that kid, so he doesn't really count.
Well, no, but he does. I still consider him my boy.
but I mean, he's a grown-ass adult now, so...
Yeah, he is. He's doing his own thing. I don't have to feed him or clothe him or do things for him.
How is it being a mom to boys?
I love it. I don't think I could handle girl drama. I don't think I could do it. Boys are so just chillax. Like, yes, they get rowdy and they're kind of crazy sometimes, but I don't
know. Boys have their own drama.
They do, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Like, girls can get really catty and mean, whereas boys, they just beat each other up. So you can kind of deal with that a bit better.
See, I would just beat my friends up. I was that person.
Yeah.
I'm that person in chat. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it all the time.
I don't know. Like,
but I totally understand you, because we're at that age now where, like, we see, you know, when we were going through it at 11 years old, God, it was the end of the world when we were that age, right? And now we're plus years old, and we see 11-year-old girls going through that, and we're like, God, seriously, how long is this gonna take?
But I mean, that said, there's stupidness going on at my son's school where, like, he's getting picked on, and it's getting a little like, I want to beat this little crap head out, you know? Like, I want to just beat him up, but I can't because it's illegal. So
I wanted to do that for my little brother.
Yeah.
We're 6 years apart, so does that kind of count?
I'm 5 years older than my brother.
Really? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the age difference made us closer. Like, we fought when we were younger, but after we became adults, like,
I don't know. Me and my brother were like best friends from the time he was, like, I want to say 13 till he was 17 or 18. We were like inseparable.
Yeah, like, when I went off to college, he was just at the end of middle school going into elementary school, or going into high school. And so that's when we got really close. When I left high school and stopped all this stupid high school drama bull crap, and I'd come home on the weekends and stuff, and, like, he'd come down and stay with me during the summer while I was in college. It was great. I loved it. It was awesome. I love my brother. And now he's stationed in Colorado and has my nephew, and I don't get to see them as much as I'd like.
My brother moved away too.
It sucks.
Yep.
It sucks. All right. Sorry. Yep. Reminiscing. He sent me a picture of my nephew today. He'll be 1 in December, so I'm like still a brand new auntie.
Aww.
And the kid can now pull himself up in his crib. So he sent me a picture of, because they've got those webcam baby monitor things so they can monitor him on their smartphones. So he sent me a screenshot of him pulling where he had stood up and he was looking at the camera. Like, did you see? Oh, it was the cutest thing ever. He's so cute.
Kids are awesome. They're little jerks, but they're awesome.
Oh, I love him. I can't wait to see him for Christmas. Okay, all right. Sorry, I can talk about my nephew all day long. He's cute. He has like the biggest cheeks ever. He's adorable. So what are what are you most thankful for? I'm sure your kids are adorable. I've never seen them.
I am definitely thankful for my kids. They are awesome. I couldn't imagine life without them. I'm just thankful for my family in general. Like we have a pretty awesome family. We're pretty darn comfortable in it. I mean, that's great. We can afford things, and it's not tight like it used to be. Like we're in a comfortable place financially finally, and it feels good. So it's been a long time coming, but
we're poor as fuck, even though I'm married to an attorney, so I understand the money struggles, because he actually technically can't be an attorney here where we live. So yeah, he has to take really shit jobs. So I feel you. I totally understand money struggles. I totally get it. It does.
Adulting sucks. Adulting is the worst. I wish I could just play video games all day, every day. Like, that would be amazing. But instead, I gotta sell stuff. So.
But you're at a point where it's okay right now.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. That is a very nice place to be when you can be there.
Yes. Yeah, don't have to worry about whether I can afford this bill or that bill or whatever. It's just, I wouldn't say like we're not rich and we're not, doing really, really well, but at least we're comfortable. Like we can say, oh, we have to, like if something blows up, we're not screwed. We stress on making sure we have savings for that purpose, because we both work project to project. So when we go with no projects, because I'm freelance, we have to live off of savings. So that's where it gets really scary. But when we both have projects, those are the comfortable moments. I know those moments. They're lovely moments. They are lovely moments.
So I totally understand that. That's a true blessing right there.
Totally.
So my final question for you, and then we will open up to Q&A for everybody. So get your questions ready for people that are in the Twitch channel. What is your strongest passion outside of streaming?
Oh boy. My strongest passion outside of streaming. I'd still have to say it's music. Even when I'm not streaming, I'm still involved in music in one way or another.
Really?
Music has been a part of my life since I was 5 years old. So I can't even imagine not having music in my life. Music is like, I don't know what it is. It's the most therapeutic damn thing that exists out there. I mean, when I feel like crap and I don't want to talk to anybody, I'll come down here and I'll plug in my guitar and I'll just I'll play until I feel better. Like, it's a very powerful thing. And I mean, I feel like I was blessed with this ability to play music. So I feel like I need to keep up with it as much as I can.
It's one of those things that it surpasses all language. It really does. Yeah. Like, you can listen to a piece from someone who created it in, I don't know, freaking Prague, and still hear the same thing and understand it in a totally different way, but yet still connect. which is that's what I love about music, is how, and you can listen to the same piece one day and it fill you with joy and happiness, and then listen to it again the next day and it just, you can hear the subtle sadness in it. Like it is one of,
for sure.
To me, and I love art of all forms, but I think music is one of those art forms that even when it's completed, it still continues to evolve.
Oh, for sure. It's amazing. And just like, even if I'm not playing music, I'll go into the music community in Twitch and I'll watch other music streamers. Like there's always something music going on in my life, and I couldn't think of it any other way. So
I got you. I totally get it. Kink Nightmare has a good question. What band would you want to play with if you had the chance?
Oh, that's a good question. I can't pick just one. When I was little, growing up, I always had this odd, I would say odd, but I had a fantasy of playing bass for Pink Floyd. I thought that would be like the most amazing thing ever. It was a daydreamed about it. I would daydream about it. Seriously. So yeah, I would have to say Pink Floyd.
Nice. Pink Floyd. You're going to have to listen to the podcast to get the rest of her answers. He's been trying to hear, even though I have the headphones on. I keep seeing him slowly lean so he can hear your answers for certain questions. This dude can't sing and he can't play a musical instrument, but he has the world's, like, he's a freaking library when it comes to music stuff. So weird.
Awesome.
Aaron Gobrach asks a good question. What is your I like this one. What's your favorite song to play on bass?
Oh God, I have to just pick one?
That's a good question. I like it.
Oh, I like so many. I can't pick just one. Okay, I just have to think about this logically. What is the song that I have played the most out of everything I've ever played? Let me think. Smoky Juice would know this. It's probably gotta be something by Coldplay. Probably. I have played more Coldplay than anything else. And so I'm probably, but that's not okay. No, right now, my favorite song to play on bass is by Porcupine Tree. And it's because I don't even know what the name of the song is at this moment, but it's that one that's 12 minutes long.
The one you played last night.
Yes.
That's a good one. I like it.
It is so fun to play on bass. But there's too many. Like, there's too many. I love everything that I play on bass. So like, I can't.
Keat Nightmare asks, it's another good one. All of your stuff is music based tonight, apparently. If you were on a desert island and could take only one album with you,
oh my God,
what would that be? That sounds like a torture. That sounds like torture to me.
Oh, it would have to be the Clockwork album by Rush.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It is an amazing album. I saw them perform it live, and it still gives me shivers when I listen to it. So yes, that would be what I would take.
Did you say Clockwork Orange?
Clockwork Angels.
Clockwork Angels. Okay. Oh my God, King Nightmare. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is your perfect set list?
What is my perfect set list?
Wow.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing to me? Okay. Well, I mean, it would have to have Rush. It would have to have Pink Floyd. It would have to have Coldplay. It would have to have some sort of disco boogie thing. It would have to have some sort of funk. It would have to have probably Riverside, Porcupine Tree, and it would have to have Jamiroquai and Volbeat and Opeth and Wolfpack.
Any more you want to add to that?
Probably. All the things.
All the things. Oh my god. Gryffindor chick, which I like your name except for it should be Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff for life. All right. Shut up, husband. You're not a girl streamer. Gryffindor chick asks, who is your biggest streaming inspiration?
Who's my biggest? Oh man, that's a good question. I mean, this is gonna sound dorky, Gryffindor chick, but I'd have to say you, because I've been watching her stream since I started streaming, and we are a lot alike in a lot of ways. And so yeah, you're one of them. And also Wrath TV is another one. And Random Girls Singing is a huge inspiration to me as well.
I've seen her.
She is so supportive, and she's very she's not the type of music streamer that's like, oh, Rocksmith streamers aren't actually music streamers, because that is a thing. You'll get some streamers that'll be like, oh, you play Rocksmith, you're not a musician.
Yeah, so, you are.
Yeah, I know that, but there's a few that are like, you don't count. But as a whole, the music community is really great, and I've got to know a lot of people. And
those are probably the same people who are like, "Oh, you're not a real girl."
Yeah.
I've seen Random Girl Singing. She's really awesome.
She is. I love her. I love her a lot. And there's some people I'm missing. Like, I watch so many streamers, and I could probably say that I learned something from every single one of them that I watch. So I can't really say that it's just one person. I think a lot of people have helped shape who I am as a streamer. So, I mean, I just have to thank everybody that I've ever come into their channel. It's like, thank you. You always welcome me with open arms, and you always are just like, I can't believe it. Like, I will go into people's streams, and then they're like, oh, it's Muzicchik, check her out. And I'm like, what? I didn't come in here for that, but thank you. Like, it's so
that
amazing.
Always makes me feel weird. I know I do it to people all the time. It makes me feel weird when people do it to me, though.
I know, it seems like every time I do that, and my husband, I'll hear him laugh in the background, because I'll say, hey, whoever, and then they'll be like, oh, it's Muzicchik, blah, blah, blah. And he'll be laughing, because he's like, yeah, like, it's just, I'm not looking for that. I'm just here to see your stream, but
right?
Thank you. That's what I mean. Like, everybody's so freaking supportive of each other. It's just amazing. So.
Yeah, it's hard not to be... It's hard not to go into somebody else's stream and go, ooh, I like the way they do that. That's awesome. Ooh, I like how they do this with their community. I want to implement that too. Because everybody does something that just, it's... I'm not gonna lie, I totally steal shit from, like, Zilla Noises and Geek Nightmare all the time. All the time. They know I steal shit from them too. They're like, hey, I did this. I'm like, I know, I totally stole it. I steal shit from them all the time. I think I was looking at my setup on how I could stream Rocksmith if I were to ever get it. I was like, I like her setup, but I don't want it to be exactly like hers, because then that would look like I'm copying her exactly.
Whatever.
It's like,
I mean, whatever. I mean, it's like, there's just this thing in Twitch. I don't really get it, but but everybody's so like worried about being undercut by somebody else, and like, oh,
what the hell are we undercutting?
What? Like, you're doing better than me. Oh, I don't like you. Or I it's just, I see a lot of that, and it's very toxic. And usually I remove myself from those types of people because, like, I don't need that. But you see it all the time, and it's like, well, nobody's trying to steal anything from you, bro. We're just here doing the same thing.
Like, everybody is different in how they stream, even if it's the same. Like, all right, Cuphead, for example, huge game right now.
Yeah.
Carrie streams it, I stream it, King Nightmare streams it. I can tell you how many other girls stream it in the community, and then other people who aren't in the Girl Streamer community. But if you go to every single person who plays that game, it's completely different. It's a completely different experience. And it's funny every time because that game will make you rage.
Yep.
So, I'm with you. I don't understand this whole undercutting, like, oh, you're undercutting. Like, I joke, because I don't want it to look, because I don't want somebody to come into my stream and be like, hey, you stole that from me. No, you inspired me. Thank you for giving me the inspiration. Like, I try and give credit where credit is due, because it's creatively, that's just respectful. But I fully expect people to look at my shit and go, oh, that's crap. I can do that better. Let me go do that better. Like, I totally, like, I'm cool with that. Yeah. And if I inspire you to do something, that is awesome, because that means you probably did that to me too. So,
everybody just needs to chill out. Just chill out and have fun.
I guess nobody else has any more questions. Y'all are boring. Y'all have no more questions. All right, Paragon Trouble usually asks a good question, but she's not here, so I'll ask it for her. If you could live in any video game world, where would it be? What would you do? Or what video game world would you live in? What would you do in the video game world? And where would you live? And what would you be? Did I ask that? Like, if it was, ESO, would you, there's several different things you could be.
Okay, yeah. So that was going to be my answer, was ESO. But yeah, I would totally be my character. I would be a North badass chick with big muscles living in the town of Whiterun.
Ooh, I like Whiterun too.
I love Whiterun. It's so pretty. Not too big, not too small. Good place. But yeah, I would be a Nord, hands down, with my big two-handed sword, bashing people. Druids, or not druids, Daedric princes with my two-handed sword.
Nice. Nice. Gryffindor chick has a question. If you met the legendary Geddy Lee, what would you say to him?
I don't think I could speak. I'd be more like, no. I would probably, oh god, I don't know. I don't know what I would say to him, because he's such a freaking god in my eyes. Like, he is the bass player that I aspire to play like. So he's a huge inspiration to me when it comes to bass playing. So if I got to actually ask him a question, I don't know. I'd probably, I don't know what I would say, because I'd probably be like, how do you play so goddamn good? Like, what do you do? What are you doing that I'm not doing? Please. Like, I'd ask him to teach me. I'd say, give me a bass lesson, please. That's probably what I would do.
That's how I feel about Mick Fleetwood. I was watching when I got to actually see Fleetwood Mac in concert. The dude is 70 years old. He was sick, And he was
Oh.
rocking out on those drums like he was a 20-something-year-old dude. I was like, I looked at the husband in awe. Like, I was just blown away at how amazing he was. And I know he's not the greatest drummer in the world, but I think he's awesome.
Well, it's like, yeah, Getty, how the hell do you play bass, keyboard, and sing at the same time? Because I can barely sing and play bass at the same time, let alone play bass and keyboards and sing. Like, what are you, a freaking mutant? Like, what are you doing?
As a vocalist, I know playing guitar and singing at the same time is very common. A lot of people do it. I'm still impressed by people who can play any instrument and sing at the same time, because that's hard.
It is hard, especially when you're playing a complex rhythm bass line and you're singing opposite that line, and it's like, how do I do this without like screwing it up royally? Like, it's really hard. You're like, your whole brain just goes into a pretzel.
Oh my god, I hate myself. I can't remember his name from the Eagles, the drummer from the Eagles. Don Henley, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
He also sings. He's, because they all share the singing roles, and he plays drums and sings at the same time. I don't know how people play drums and sing at the same time. I don't know
how you can do that.
What Phil Collins does. I don't think he's that great anyway, so I don't really give a shit, but sorry, I'm not a Phil Collins fan. Sorry.
I like Phil Collins.
Kink Nightmare has a good question. If you could we all have our own music choice. If you could be in the orchestra or band for any film, what film would that be, and what would you be playing? Oh, I like that question, and I actually have an answer for that question, but it's not my podcast.
If you could be in an orchestra band for any film. Oh, man. Well, I know that I'd want to play cello. I've always wanted to learn how to play cello. So I would be playing cello. And the film I would want to play cello for would probably be Star Wars.
Oh, yes. 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 That would be amazing. First of all, the cello is one of my most favorite instruments to just listen to.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's just so haunting. Oh, I love it.
That is the perfect word.
I love playing string bass, and I love how low, and like when you put a bow on that thing, it just sounds so good. But cello, there's just something about it that just like, ooh, gives me chills.
Now, what's the difference between a string bass and a cello?
A string bass is like twice the size. So to play a string bass, you actually have to stand or sit on a stool to play it. It's about, like the headstock is about this much higher than my head.
Okay. I did not realize that.
And then a cello, you sit with it between your legs,
right,
and play like this. But with a string bass, you have to play it like up high.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That's awesome. I personally would like to be. I'd like to play the timpani.
That's pretty badass.
Well, I did in high school. I actually played it in high school, but I would like to play, the whole set for anything by Howard Chern, which is Hobbit, Lord of the Rings.
I never thought of Lord of the Rings. That would be amazing too. I love the soundtrack to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot about that.
The timpani for that, it's so, for drum, is so melodic. Like, especially when they're going off to war, when they're playing against the orcs and stuff. It's so like, I love it so much. It's just so great.
Yeah.
It's so great.
I love anytime that I sang, because like I was in a choir where we sang with the symphony quite often.
Oh,
So
yes.
that we would be right beside the timpani player, and she would just be like nailing on that thing, right? It's such a passionate instrument. You're just like giving her.
We had 4 in high school, so yeah. They just, I just love the way those sound when you're playing them in an actual orchestra. So beautiful when they're played well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we are actually getting close. Holy cow. We got about 20 more minutes until we need to end. So
holy smokes.
Let's end this now.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for all those awesome questions in the chat, you guys. Let me cough one more time. Where and when can we find you streaming?
I stream every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. or I guess be 9 p.m. Eastern, where I play video games, and then I stream Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern playing Rocksmith, and Sunday afternoon, 12 p.m. Eastern time playing Rocksmith.
Awesome.
And Girlstreamers Thursday night, of course.
Yup. Thank you again so much. I have enjoyed chatting music with you. This has been such a blast. It's been so much fun.
Totally.
Thank you for dealing with my sniffles and coughing.
You're fine.
This has been an awesome podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. If my music won't play, so we're just gonna chat until my music starts playing, because it doesn't want to play. All the technical difficulties. So your schedule, can you find it? Do you have a schedule on your actual Twitch channel and everything?
I do. Yeah, I have it on my panels. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Thank you again so much for joining me.
Thank you.
This has been a Girl Streamer podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Girl Streamers is partnered with Loot Crate, Fresh Designs, Punk's Paracord, Simple Jerky, UN Racing Chairs, Glom Tom, and Sennheiser. Whew, that's a mouthful. These are awesome. We got some awesome partners. You guys check these guys out. Links to all these amazing partners are down below, so please feel free to click. Please follow Girl Streamers. I'm sorry. Please follow Girl Streamers on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. If you have any questions or would like more information, you can visit our website at girlstreamers.com and contact us through there. Right now, Muzicchik is the Streamer of the Month, so she is featured on our front page. You can also subscribe to us on Twitch or GameWisp. If you subscribe to us at the $4.99 tier, you can buy some. You can get access to our Discord fan channel within our Discord, which means you can talk to some of us awesome streamers. I can't talk today. I'm sorry, guys. You can talk to all of the awesome girls in our Discord channel. You can also buy some super cool gear in our online shop at designbyhumans.com/shop/girlstreamers. You can find Muzicchik on Twitter at Muzicchik1. That is MUZICCHIK1. And on Twitch at twitch.tv/Muzicchik. That's MUZICCHIK. Our next podcast will be next Sunday, November 19th, with Geeky Gimp right here, same time, same place. This podcast is a part of the Two Lazy Dogs Media Group and the Girl Streamers community. Encourage, support, grow.